Kail'S Lowry has said that since having her tubes closed, she feels conflicted about not having additional kids. The former cast member of Teen Mom 2 recently disclosed that she had the surgery after giving birth to twins in November. Kail'N, 31, talked candidly about her feelings on finishing her family and what it's like to have twins on Monday's special edition of her podcast, Coffee Convos. The conversation began when Lindsay Chrisley, 34, Kail'n's podcast co-host, questioned the mother of 7 about her happiness that her pregnancy was done. "I am indeed. Yes, it's a little bittersweet. I found it to be somewhat challenging. My body took a lot of abuse from the last 2. The reality star said, "I wasn't my healthiest, and I'm just getting older in general," alluding to her difficult twin births and her 5th son Rio, whom she had in November 2022. She continued by explaining why it is difficult for her to accept that she would never be able to conceive. "But it's bittersweet because even though I don't want to be pregnant again, I just know that it's never going to happen again. So it's bittersweet in that way, if that makes sense," Kail'n said. The TV celebrity and her boyfriend Elijah Scott are parents to the 3 youngest children. She is also a mother to 3 sons, Lux, age 6, and Creed, age 4, with her ex-husband Chris Lopes, a son, 10, with her ex-husband Javi Marroquin, and a son, 14, with her ex-partner Joe Rivera. With her elder boys, Kail'n is quite public, but she has been more secretive with the younger ones. She even doesn't disclose her pregnancies and subsequent births. In November, Kail'n exclusively disclosed to the U.S. Sun that she gave birth to twins. Nevertheless, she chose to make the announcement public only on Friday's episode of her Barely Famous podcast. She told her baby daddy Elijah, "I ended up delivering at 35 weeks during the show." The podcast host said that she had a C-section 2 or 3 weeks early. In order to prevent having additional children in the future, Kail'n also disclosed that she decided to get her tubes tied after the fact. "As I signed the paperwork for the tubes, they warned me that there might be a number of negative effects. Regret is one of the adverse effects. Oh, 7 kids, this is something I would never regret," the MTV veteran recounted. For a long time, Kail'n had been toying with the notion of having her tubes closed, but she was also debating whether or not to have more children. The TV personality acknowledged last month on her show that she thought about letting her buddy Bone carry her next child. "You simply have an instinct for knowing when to stop having children and when you're not done. At one time, I stated that I wasn't done having kids and that we would choose the gender of the child, after which Bone would carry my kid or children," the Pennsylvania native recalled. There was an Elijah Scott present. Speaking to her best friend on the podcast, she remarked, "I'm not sure if your boyfriend was on board." When she met her romantic partner, Bone said she had already agreed to it.